Hi guys, welcome to Yoga with Pla. It's a day 5 for the beginner series, and today we'll be working on some twisting poses. We need a strap. If you don't have a strap, then grab a belt or a long scarf. We'll start from lying down on our back and have your feet hips distance apart and have a strap close by. Knock your knees together. Breathe in and out through the nose. A couple more breaths here. And you can take this moment to set an intention for the today practice. And blink your eyes open. We'll hug both knees in to the chest. And lengthen your tailbone forward and down. And bring your left foot on the floor. As you get the strap, place the strap on the ball of your right foot. And bring the right heel above the hip. Hold the strap long enough that your elbows are on the floor, shoulders on the floor. And go ahead, stretch your left leg forward. Now flex both feet. Start to walk your hands up until your arms stretch. And keep your legs straight here. And then bring your left hand on your left thigh. Keep your left hip on the floor as you exhale. Open your right leg out to the right. Only bring your leg down as long as your left hip is on the floor. You may bring your right elbow down. If you have a block, you can use a block to support your right thigh. One more breath. Inhale, soften your knee and bring your leg up. Keep your heel above the hip again. Switch your hand, left hand, hold the strap. And use the heel of your right hand to press to the right thigh. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, press the thigh away as you bring your leg to the left. So your right hand is there to keep your outer right hip away from the waist. So you keep your right waist nice and long. Inhale, you can soften your right knee and lift the leg back to center. Bring your right foot on the floor and hug your left knee to your chest. Go ahead, get the strap. Place it on the ball of your left foot. Heel above your hips, elbows next to the ribs. Press your shoulder blades and shoulders down. And straight your right leg forward. Scoop your lower belly down towards the spine. And walk your arms up. Hold the strap with your left hand only. Keep your legs straight here. Right hand on your thigh. As you exhale, Bring your leg to the left. Soften your left knee, bring your leg back. Stretch your leg and switch your hand. And now press your left hand to your left thigh to keep your left waist nice and long. As you exhale, bring your leg to the right. Soften your left leg, inhale, leg back to center. Take the strap out and then hug both knees in. And roll to the right. Press your left hand on the floor in front of your chest. And roll up. And we come onto our hands and knees. You bring your hands shoulder distance apart, knees, hips distance apart. So you want to spread your fingers wide apart here. And the space between your index finger and middle fingers are pointing to the front of the mat. Let's do some cats and cows. Inhale, tailbone up, belly down, chest forward. You can squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, tailbone down, belly in. Spread your shoulder blades. Look at your navel. A few more times. And exhale, come back to neutral spine. Slightly draw the belly in. You will walk your hands, one hand forward. Keep your hips above your knees. Inhale, lift your right arm up. Get your fingertips. Exhale, thread your arm under. So bring your right shoulder perhaps on the floor. Head down and move your head forward half an inch so the neck is nice and long. You may walk your left fingertips to the front of the mat. Keep your elbow bent and rotate your left elbow to the ceiling as you look under your left arm. Press your right knee to keep your right hip high. Exhale, left hand on the floor. And then inhale, right hand on the floor. Switch the side. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Reach your left hand to the right, left shoulder down. Move your head half an inch forward. And walk your right fingertips towards the front of the mat, elbow points to the ceiling. And exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left hand down. And exhale, feet together, knees apart. Come into a child's pose, forehead down. From child's pose, slowly roll up onto your hands and knees. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift your hips up onto your first downward facing dog. Pedaling your feet. Send your chest to your legs. Send your hips to the sky. Keep both knees bent. Look between your hands and walk forward. 10 steps, nice and slow. Have your feet hips distance apart. Rag doll. Then keep your knees bent, slowly roll up. Let your head come last. And now we do 2 rounds of sun salutation and now we do 2 rounds of sun salutation A to warm up. You can have your feet hips distance apart or big toes together, hands in prayer. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. You can keep your legs bent. Inhale, lengthening the spine, squeeze your thighs together. Exhale, palms down. Step your right leg back. Step your left leg back, plank. Exhale, knees down. Firm your outer elbows in as you send your chest forward. Chaturanga. Press your hands and feet. Lift the heart forward and up. Cobra. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Root down through your hands and feet. Look between your hands, walk forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Draw your lower belly in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Hands in prayer. One more round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, heart forward. Maybe adding the cobra chest here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, palms down. Left leg back. Right leg back into a plank. Exhale, Chaturanga, chest forward. Keep the belly in. Back bend, inhale. Downward facing dog. Go up and back. Press your thumbs and index fingers down. Press all the knuckles and grip your fingertips. And for your feet, roll your heels out slightly so your outer feet are parallel. Look forward, walk forward. Come up halfway, flat back. And then exhale, fold over your thighs. Rise up with your heart. Inhale. Hands in prayer. And just close your eyes. And perhaps feel the difference in the body after 15 minutes of the practice. And blink your eyes open. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, fold all the way. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, bring your fingertips on the floor. Step your right leg far back. And bring your knee down. And take a look at your front heel. You want your heel right under your knee. So if your heel is behind your knee, you want to move your back knee back. And press your palms down. Push your hips forward. You can keep your back foot untucked, or for stability you can tuck the back toes. Firm your legs and glutes. Hand on your thigh. Lift your hip points forward and up as you relax your tailbone down towards the right knee. Reach your arms out in a cactus, elbows as high as your shoulders. One more deep inhale. Exhale, twist to the left side without dropping your left elbow. Exhale, come back. Reach your hands forward. Lift your back knee off the floor and step forward as you inhale. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. We'll do the other side. Step your left leg back, far back. And bring your left knee down. Adjust your front foot. Have your heel under your knee. Push your hips forward. Of course, if your hands are not on the floor, you can have blocks to support. Start to firm your legs and core as you come up. Press your front heel down as you firm your left glute. We're adding the arms. Open your arms in a cactus. Inhale. Perhaps squeeze your shoulder blades together. And exhale, twist to the right. And try to lift that right elbow as high as the shoulder. And keep your chin parallel to the floor. And come back as you exhale. Palms down. Tuck the toes, lift the knee. Step forward. Inhale, halfway up. And fold. Exhale. Keep your knees soft. Roll up. And from here, you step your right leg far out as you turn. your hips and legs to the right. So your toes point forward. Look at your feet. Heels are wider than the toes. Lift your kneecaps and thighs. Your feet should be about one leg apart. Have your hands on your hips. Draw your elbows together to open your shoulders and spread your collarbones. Take a deep inhale. Exhale with the strong leg, chest forward. Come down halfway. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands on the floor. Or just come on the fingertips. Or hands on the blocks. If you feel like the back is rounding, you can keep your legs bent, but keep your knees pointing to the same direction as your toes. And you can sending your ribs to the space between your legs. We stay here in wide-legged forward bend. You can walk your hands in line with the feet. And this pose, we try to bend from the hip crease, not so much from the back. But if your back is tight, of course, your back is going to be round, so you can keep your legs bent to release the tension on your back. And from here, walk your hands under your shoulders again. You can come up on the fingertips. We're going to twist. First, bend your right leg slightly. Keep your left leg straight if you can, and bring your left arm up. Roll your left shoulder back. Exhale, left hand down. Bend your left leg. Perhaps straight your right leg. Inhale, right arm up. Lean the right shoulder back. And exhale, down. Soften your knees, lift your chest. Hands on your hips. Inhale, lift the chest, come all the way up. Exhale here. You're going to heel toes your feet together. And we'll come back to the front of the mat. We'll have your feet together, but if it's hard to do that, you'll have your feet hips distance apart instead. Okay? We'll come into a chair pose. So imagine you have an imaginary chair behind you. Start with the knees bent. Squeeze your thighs together so you can engage your legs and core. Hands in prayer. Now look down at your toes. Can you see the toes? If not, move your knees back. Imagine you can stack your knees above the heels and pull the belly in and up as you lengthen your tailbone down. See if you can lift the chest a little bit more, but sit a little bit lower. And exhale, straight your legs. You can shake your legs here. We'll do a chair pose twist. hands in prayer. And exhale, bend your knees. Move your hips back. Shift the weight to your heels. As you exhale, squeeze your legs together. Bring your left elbow on your right thigh. Now as you twist, try to lift your chest to your thumb. So press the top hand to the bottom hand and lift your chest up. At the same time, roll the right shoulder back. Can you sit a little bit lower? Exhale, come back to a chair. Inhale here. Exhale, we fold. Forward, straight legs, relax. Inhale to the nose. Exhale, open your mouth. And one more. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. We'll do the other side. So bend your knees, lift your chest, hands in prayer, chair pose. Keep squeezing your legs together. That will help you. Exhale, right elbow to the left thigh. Press your left hand to the bottom hand as you lift your chest to your thumbs. Feel the weight of your right elbow press heavily on your left thigh. You can look down through the knee, see if your right knee in front of the left, then draw your other right hip back to keep your knees in line. All right, and exhale, we'll come forward fold again. Rest. We'll step your legs back into a plank. Bring your knees down, open your knees wide, big toes together, child's pose. From child's pose, roll up into your hands and knees. And bend the elbows, bring your hips down. Just have your elbows under your shoulders, feet hips distance apart. And bring your forearms parallel. If this is too much for your back, you can walk your elbows in front of your shoulders. So we press our feet down, spread your toes. Try to press your pinky toenails down and roll your inner thighs up. Tailbone reaching back and down as you lift your lower belly in and up. Press your elbows, lift your chest and roll your shoulders back. Sphinx pose. And from here, the legs stay the same. You bring your hands under your shoulders. You can have your fingertips right under the shoulders or even walk your hands back slightly. Now press your inner hands down to keep your elbows in line with the shoulders. Instead of let your elbows sway to the sides. Press your legs. Inhale, sending your chest forward and up. So try to work more on your legs and back instead of your hands. Notice as you try to lift your chest high, do your elbows start to sway to the side, you draw them back. One more breath. And exhale, come down, ribs, chest, and forehead. Push the floor away. Sit up on your heels. Here, lean to one side as you stretch your legs forward. And we'll come on the sides of the mat so that you can keep your heels on the mat. So your thighs will be 90 degrees wide apart. And if you sit rounding the spine, you can sit higher, get a thick blanket or a thick pillow to support. Or you can keep your legs bent and see your knees and toes are pointing to the ceiling. And then we'll sit here for a couple breaths. If your legs are straight, start to press your heels and thighs down. And from here, bend your left leg, bring your foot to the groin. Still, your thighs are at least 90 degrees. Let's twist to the left. Bring your left fingertips behind the spine. Right hand press outside of the left thigh. Roll the left shoulder back. And exhale, come back to center. You're going to reach your right arm on the leg and roll the left shoulder back. You're going to have your left hand on the thigh or reach up. You want to go deeper, you can slide your right elbow more towards the right foot. But keep leaning your left shoulder back. So imagine you are sitting against the wall. You have your right foot, outer right knee, and your right butt against the wall. And you also want that both shoulders on the wall, including the back of your head. And if your left knee is going high up, slide a block under your thigh and press the thigh down. That would be very helpful. Keep you grounded. And inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Now switch the side, left leg straight, right leg bend. See if your right knee is going high up, slide a block under your thigh, and let's twist to the right fingertips behind the spine. When you inhale, press your foundation down, and when you exhale, squeeze the belly in slightly and get a deeper twist with the exhale. Inhale, sit taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Next, exhale, back to center. Left arm on the leg. You can bring your right arm next to the ear. Lean back. And maybe slide your left elbow forward. Keep leaning back to that imaginary wall. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, release. One more seated twist pose. Let's straighten your legs forward. Right knee in, and you're crossing your right foot outside of your left knee. You can bring your left foot a little bit to the right so that your knee, chest in one line. Right hand behind you and hug your right knee with the left arm. Inhale, press your foundation down As you exhale, scoop the belly in and twist. Try to send your left ribs to your inner right thigh. Keep your chin parallel to the floor. Back to center. Switch the side. Left leg in. Cross your foot so your heel is in line with the knee. You can walk your right foot slightly to the left. Knee, chest in one line. Press your inner left foot down, left hand behind. Hug your left knee in. You want the spine to perpendicular to the floor, so instead of leaning back to that left hand, you just keep the weight on the left hand lightly just to help lifting your lower back up. Then exhale back to center. I will come lie down on the floor. We'll come rest in Shavasana, a corpse pose. So have your heels about a mat apart, arms away from the body. Palms up. So Shavasana, a corpse pose at the end of the class, is very important. It's when the body gets to relax completely, mind and body. So try to stay there at least 3 to 5 minutes on each class. And thank you guys for joining the class today. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.